Today I'm going to be talking about the dashboard and reporting features of Expedient Enterprise Cloud. These features are available right from the dashboard that customers see when they log into Enterprise Cloud. You just need to click on the hamburger. It's a funny name, but that's what this menu is called in the industry. They click on the hamburger menu, and at the very bottom is something called Operations Manager. And this is a tool that's driven by VMware vRealize Operations. And that's a tool that we've rolled out across all of our shared environments, including Expedient Enterprise Cloud. And we baked it in because it provides great insight and reporting on customers' environments. So what customers will see is a few different options when they first log in. The most common thing to do is going to be to click on the organization overview. And here we're looking at a demo organization for the solution architects called Expedient-SA. And here I can see summary information about the number of virtual data centers that I have in my organization, number of virtual applications, VMs, how many of those VMs are running, and we can even bake in cost metrics in the future, but that's not something that we're doing today. I can also see capacity metrics around CPU, memory, and storage, the three main resources that customers purchase from us when they purchase Enterprise Cloud. So I can see how much I've used, how much I have free, and what my limit is for each one of these metrics. I can also, if I had more than one virtual data center, I could see these metrics by virtual data center. So I could see how much resources I'm consuming in Pittsburgh versus Indianapolis versus Baltimore. I also see my system status. So how many alerts have I generated in my environment? What are the criticality of those alerts? So how many critical, immediate, or just warning alerts am I getting? And I can see which ones those are. So for example, one of my, or it seems that my virtual data center has a high CPU workload. I can get alert in case one of my applications is offline. I can also look at the top virtual applications that are consuming resources in my virtual data center, compute, memory, and storage, and so forth. So this is just the home page. Let's drill in a little bit, and let's take a look. We can click here right in the summary, or we can click on the left hand side, but we're going to click on this virtual data center. And so I could see broken down by virtual data center how much, again, resources am I consuming, what are the virtual applications that are running in that virtual data center, what's their current configuration of vCPU, memory, and disk, how many VMs are contained inside that virtual application, any snapshots that exist, and how much size those snapshots are taking. We can also export this data for analysis outside of the Cloud Director. Scrolling down the screen, I can also see, again, within this virtual data center, what's my usage look like. And here you can see the exported data, so I can analyze it or forward it on to someone else on my team. I can then drill down further and I can say, I want to take a closer look at these virtual applications. So for example, this Morpheus application that's running here sounds a little spooky, but what's the status of it? Okay, it's powered on. How many VMs are there? How many vCPU resources, memory, etc. Let's drill back up. This is the virtual applications tier that I was looking at. I can also look at my VMs. What are the VMs that I have running in this virtual data center? So for example, let's click on this one, and I can see, again, current configuration, current status of that VM, how much disk, memory, and so forth. I can also see graphs around my usage history, so I can see that, oh, okay, there was a spike on November 14th around 4 o'clock in the morning. There was the spike in CPU usage that happened. Likewise with memory usage. And even network performance. If I want to generate my own custom reports, I can use this metric selector to select certain resources. And here you can see all of the different metrics that VROPS is tracking for that virtual machine. And I can select the metrics that I care about. Maybe CPU usage and maybe disk space used. And it's going to add those metrics to my custom report. I can select a time frame for that report as well. I can also see any alerts that have been generated from my organization. So again, by criticality, I can drill down into this alert and get more details. So the overall organization virtual data center has a high CPU workload. So my recommendations to resolve this alert are to power off unused VMs or to move those VMs to a different virtual data center that has more resources. Those are ways I can resolve this alert. But it's just a warning, letting me know that you're approaching the limit of your CPU resources. I can also get status alerts about my virtual applications in case they go offline unexpectedly. That's something I might be concerned about and want to respond to. There's also a brand new feature of the vRealize Operations interface that actually allows us to produce metering and bills for customers, and that's something that we're not supporting today, but may support in the future. So there you go. That's the dashboard and reporting capabilities of Expedient Enterprise Cloud. I hope you enjoyed this video.